足球場我睇晒㗎，你邊度㗎？
睇晒啦。
我唔串你僆仔，
串你唔起啊？你咪大我，而家你大佬邊個啊？
各位觀眾，呢集咧我就好榮幸請到兩位名人上嚟。呢位咧就叫做阿 Steve， 呢位咧就叫做 Richie。Steve 咧就係好耐嘅喺 NYPD 度工作，佢係做到沙展嘅。咁而家咧就冇做啦。咁佢又會有個好詳細嘅故仔話俾大家知。咁 Richie 咧就係以前嘅鬼影幫嘅一個成員，佢就因為犯咗事就坐咗10幾年先至出嚟嘅。咁咧我而家咧就請到佢哋上嚟講下佢哋嘅故仔。OK， 因為佢哋係講英文嘅，所以我會用英文訪問佢哋，跟住我會用廣東話嚟翻譯翻俾各位知。OK， let's introduce yourself, Steve first.
Steven Lee. I was a sergeant in NYPD for 18 years. I went when I became a sergeant in 109 Precinct in 2013. And then shortly after, I went undercover in 2014 as a cop in uniform, pretending to be a corrupt cop. And then I arrested a couple of corrupt cops.
OK， 我呢度解釋俾大家知先。佢係2005年就開始做 NYPD 嘅工作，又一路做到2013年就做到沙展嘅位置。跟住咧，佢就俾警察嘅內部調查科咧招請咗入去，就派咗佢出嚟，專係查翻啲出邊嘅警察貪污嘅警察，就一路做到16年，就跟住咧就因為有啲事，咁等佢講佢嘅故仔，就冇做啦，跟住到 Richie。
Hey, what's up? My name is Richie Ng. Actor, ex-con, been in jail half my life, and 我哋命好普通嘅咋，由細坐監坐到大，所以don't got too many stories.
Yeah， 佢咧就係以前嘅鬼影幫一個好活躍嘅成員，咁佢就差唔多半世人都喺監房度度過嘅，咁佢一陣間亦都會講下佢啲故仔。Okay，let's start with Steve first. Why you become a cop?
I wanted to become a cop because I wanted to help people. Also my mom is very superstitious, so she saw a fortune teller, and then the fortune teller told her that my lifeline is meant to be a government official. So she said, since you like hanging out in the street and stuff, you may as well get paid for it, and you should be a cop. So my dad was a city worker also, so he was MTA, and then they told me to take the police exam, and then after 9/11, I want to become a cop even more, and I just had my daughter too, so I wanted a steady job, so I took the test again in 2004, and then I became a cop.
Oh, so you took a test before?
I took a test before 1999.
1999, but you didn't go in for the academy?
No, because at that time I just turned 21. And I was still hanging out, so I didn't really want to be a cop.
So before you were a cop, you headed out on the street?
Yeah.
Where? Chinatown, Queens?
Grand Street.
Chinatown?
Yeah, Grand Street in Chinatown. Pell Street.
With any
Mark
group?
Street.
With any group, something?
They were late. They were like last generation FB. Also, was another crew called NPR.
NPR?
Yeah, they were under a FICO. They all got arrested though. They all got arrested.
Okay, never heard that.
After that, I started hanging out with them, and I became a cop.
因為佢阿媽咧就係好迷信嘅，咁佢阿媽咧就同佢算個命，就話佢條命咧係適合做政府嘅工作，即係從細到大咧用灌輸咁嘅思想俾佢噶啦。由1999年咧就第一次咧就考警察試，考到，但係佢就冇入去，因為嗰陣時佢啱21歲，但係即係嗰陣時佢仲喺條街喺度玩緊，但係佢就唔係同唐人街任何一犯幫派， 佢係成班即係自己嗰班後生仔啊，喺街度 hang out 啊咁樣。咁佢嗰陣時咧就冇入到，至到2004年，因為佢嗰陣時佢個女啱出世，諗咧自己要一份正常嘅工作，所以佢就又考過個警察試第二次，就正式跟住入咗學堂就做咗警察啦。OK, continue.
Yo, your translation is spot on. It's very good, the translation.
Above, yeah.
Chinese and Cantonese, 好多人翻譯翻得唔啱嘅，翻譯 is spot on. Really good.
Okay. Okay, continue.
So I became a cop in 2005. Started in Brooklyn, East Flatbush, and Brownsville, mostly Jamaican, Haitian, Trinidadian, West Indian. I grew up in Brooklyn, so it's same neighborhood, almost same neighborhood I grew up in. And then I get promoted in 2013, and I come to one of my...
Oh, you stay in Brooklyn for
8 years.
8 years. Oh, okay.
Well, in Brooklyn, I worked in Coney Island also. For the summer, like I would work in Coney Island.
Sunset Park? No Sunset Park?
No Sunset Park.
Okay.
Maybe once or twice in Sunset Park. Only to help cover. Sometimes they were short, they do like a precinct function or something like that. I would help cover. Yeah, it was mostly in 6-7 precinct. And then after that, I came to 109 and I became a sergeant 109.
Okay. 佢咧跟住就喺2004年咧就入咗學堂，學堂畢業之後咧就派咗去卜倫一個區，就係全部都係嗰啲Jamaica啊、西班牙啊，即係全部都係外僑多嘅，就唔係咁多唐人嘅，就係67分局。咁67分局咧就一路做，就做到2013年就升職啦，就升做沙展。升咗沙展之後咧，就被派咗去109分局。109分局咧就係我哋所謂嘅皇后區嘅唐人街。109就係管晒皇后區嘅唐人街嘅亞裔啦，即係唔止唐人嘅，咩人都有，韓國人又有。咁佢就喺109開始做沙展啦。
Yeah. And then my lieutenant, because I was on the crime team, conditions crime team, my lieutenant wanted to put up, which is the lieutenant I arrested, Lieutenant Sung, Korean guy. He wanted to put fake rape charges on my commanding officer. At that time was Captain Conforti. And I didn't think that was, a right thing to do. So I told Conforti, and then Conforti told Internal Affairs, and then I went undercover with Internal Affairs.
Okay. At that time, you were first time you were in Internal Affairs. Right?
Yeah.
The first time.
Yeah.
Okay.
I wasn't in Internal Affairs yet. I was just working with them.
Okay.
I was helping them.
But at that time, you already found that it's so corrupted, right?
Well, I didn't know though. I thought at the time, a lot of cops think at the time that they were just hanging out, getting free drinks, free girls, but they didn't know they were getting paid off, and they didn't know that they were helping so many gangsters out there. So they were like with the drugs and the human trafficking, the whorehouses, crystal meth. Gambling houses and the karaoke.
咁咧，佢就喺2014年咧，就啱啱去咗109。咁嗰陣時佢係沙展咧，就係屬於刑事調查科。咁佢刑事調查科咧就成日會接觸，即係嗰啲夜總會啊、賭館啊嗰啲咁嘅地方，成日去嘅。咁佢嗰陣時佢個路聽力咧，即係路聽力，即係督察。嗰陣時109有個路聽力，有個督察咧，就想告佢個老細。嗰陣時佢個老細咧就告佢一條強姦罪，咁佢咧就知道呢件事唔係真嘅，呢件事係假嘅，就根本冇發生，即係冇呢件事發生嘅。佢就覺得唔啱，就同佢個老細講，咁佢老細咧就 report 俾警察內部調查科知，咁警察內部調查科咧就第一次叫咗佢入去，就佢就第一次接觸警察內部調查科啦。
Because at the time, the precinct was very corrupt, right, like you said. But it was the lieutenants that controlled everything. And the cops didn't like it because if you were not doing what the lieutenant said, you would get punished, right? They would not give you time off. You would have to work like, bad jobs, different stuff, different assignments, bad assignments, stuff like that. So the union, the cop union, brought in the commanding officer, new commanding officer from 40. And Conforti tried to clean up the precinct by transferring out all these lieutenants. So when he came, a lot of lieutenants transfer out, but Sung stayed, and he wanted to get rid of this commanding officer. So that's why he wanted to put the big rape charges on him to get rid of him. When he told me, he was like, "Oh, we got to get rid of this guy," because we were driving. I was driving him to the pizza store to get pizza, and he said, "We got to, get rid of this guy from 40." I said, "Why don't you make a phone call, right? Call somebody high up and get him transferred." He goes, "No, that don't work because Conforti also know people up top, right? And we have to do something else." I said, "What are you saying?" Like he's like, "I don't know. When you do these checks in the karaoke, you meet a lot of these girls that work there, right? When you get one of the PRs to say that he raped her." So I thought he was joking around. So I waited a week, but the whole week he kept on asking me, "Did you find a girl yet? Did you find a girl yet?" And I go, no, and I run away, whatever, right? I hide from him. But then, after a while, I'm like, this guy's serious.
I think Sun knew a lot of PR girl too.
Sun knows a lot of PR girl, but he wanted me to find them.
So he wanted you to do a dirty job.
He doesn't speak Chinese.
Oh, yeah, that's true, yeah.
Right? So he wanted me to talk to them and find the girl. So I didn't like that idea. I told 40, and then 40 asked me if I could go undercover with Internal Affairs and get it on recording. And then Internal Affairs come to my house, they interview me, I tell them what happened, and then they give me these devices, say I try to get it on recording. So I go in the precinct, I try to get it on recording, and then he wouldn't say anything, right? Because most times him asking me. Then when I go and ask him now, he's like, "Why are you asking me? Like usually I'm chasing you around and you keep running away. Now all of a sudden you come to me asking." So they said, "Go drink with him. Go off duty and drink with him in the karaoke. Maybe when he's drunk, he'll say more. Maybe when he's mad, when he's drunk, he'll say more." So when I started doing that, that's when I started meeting people and seeing that he's hanging out with like gangsters and other cops and stuff like that. It's a whole group of them, a whole bunch of them. And they're not all from 109. They're all from different units. They're all from like someone from Vice, someone from narcotics, someone from the shooting range and stuff like that. Some detectives upstairs. And then I see that they were getting free drinks, and the owner will hook them up with like 3 girls and stuff like that. And at first I was like, "Oh, they're just getting free drink, getting girls, nothing, right?" But then you see them go into the bathroom with the owner, come back out with envelopes and stuff like that. Or you see the owner always taking them dinner, always giving them something, right? So then I started,
curious.
Right. Like, I know what's going on, right? So I tell IAB, I said, "Look, you want me to get this rape charge on record, but I'm telling you now, there's a lot of stuff that's going on. Are you sure you want to do this? You sure you want to investigate? Because it seems like there's a lot of bad stuff going on." I said, Don't worry. It goes all the way to the commissioner. You're protected. Just do it. So I started,
they told you to go all the way.
Yeah. So I started doing it. And then they don't want to investigate the criminal part. They said, "Don't worry about that. Just worry about the rape charge. Try to get the rape charge." I said, "Yeah, but they're getting paid off. There's gangsters in the room doing drugs. They're raping girls in the bathroom, And I'm like, this is messed up." They're like, "Oh, we're not worried about that. We just want to hit them administrative." Meaning like, just transfer them out, right? So then when I started getting more and more on tape, they had to investigate. Because I started getting bosses like captains and chiefs and other lieutenants and other cops on tape. And then they had to, I find just investigate Sung. So when I investigate Sung, then I started noticing Yam was the one that was helping him. Yam is a detective and whatnot. He was the one that was helping him on the Chinese side because he's Korean. So Flushing, is separated, right? Yeah. It's Chinese people in downtown Flushing now. And then when you go further east, it's Korean. And then in Whitestone is white. Sung already had the Korean part. He's already collecting money from there because they have karaoke's also, and they have whorehouses also. So he was already collecting money on that side of the precinct. He was using Yam to get into the Chinese side. But before, in 109, Sung had a security company. Sung had a security company with a retired police cop. Retired police cop. His name was Wade Williams. He's dead already. But they had a security company, and their thing was, if you don't use us, we will shut you down. But if you use us, we give you the heads up when there's a vice raid or like FBI raids or our precinct comes to raid. We'll let you know, and this way you don't get caught. So they were doing that, and then they were moving into the Chinese part, and that's why everybody started using Sung's security company in the karaoke.
Will, right?
Yeah.
Will, yeah, I know.
So that's what happened. And then they at that point they were like, okay, you can investigate Yam also. But then there was so many other people involved. They didn't want to touch. They just shut it down after that. After 2 years, they saw that I was getting more and more people getting to become bigger and bigger operation. So they're like, no, shut it down. And they only arrested 2 people.
OK， OK， 咁咧就因為呢單強姦案，咁佢同個老細講咗之後，個老細就去咗警察內部調查科，咁警察內部調查科咧就揾咗佢傾偈，咁咪叫佢嚟幫佢哋手，就查呢個督察係咪想屈呢個即係屈呢個即係佢老細啦咁樣，咁佢就開始咧就幫內部調查科咧就開始查佢哋，咁開頭因為佢呢個督察係韓國人嚟嘅，咁呢個督察咧開頭揾佢屈呢個 commander， 即係屈呢佢老細咧，就係話因為佢係韓國人，咁佢又唔識講中文，咁佢又因為Steve 咧就識講中文，同埋佢就可以同啲夜總會小姐溝通，咁佢就叫佢咧喺夜總會嗰度咧就揾個小姐就去報警，就話俾人強姦，就話就係俾佢老細強姦咁樣。內部調查科咧就叫佢嘗試就同呢個韓國督察咧傾偈，就錄佢音。咁但係之前呢個督察咧就成日都係叫佢問佢揾到個小姐未啊？有冇人肯做啊？要幾多錢啊？呢啲嘢，咁佢次次都係推咗佢就冇答佢嘅。咁佢如果而家主動去走去問佢咧，咁呢個督察會覺得好奇怪，點解我次次問你哋都推咗我，點解忽然之間走嚟問我係咪要做啊咁樣？咁咧，所以佢就冇直接去問到，咁咧就用邊招咧？就內部調查科咧就叫佢咁收工嗰陣時咧，就盡量抽啲時間咧，收咗工之後咧，就同呢個韓國呢個督察咧就一齊去夜總會玩，咁等佢飲大兩杯咧，就可能會有多啲嘢講爆咗出嚟，咁就佢哋夠證據，咁佢就開始咁樣做啦，就開始成日同佢。放工之後咧，就去啲夜總會度 hang out。咁但係咧，當佢同佢去到夜總會咧，就發現每次佢哋去親咧，就唔止佢哋一兩個人，每次去親咧都好多另外嗰啲警察包括唔同部門嘅、唔同區域嘅，即係唔同分局嘅，都喺個夜總會嗰度玩，同埋次次玩親咧都唔使俾錢。小姐又唔使俾錢，house 飲酒又唔使俾錢，同埋有時見到佢哋去完洗手間之後翻嚟咧，個手就多咗個信封，咁佢嗰陣時就覺得奇怪啦，即係覺得有啲嘢啦，覺得呢班差人有啲嘢啦，咁佢就同咗警察內部調查科講，咁警察內部調查科咧就同佢講咧，就開頭同佢講咧，就叫佢唔好理其他啲嘢，淨係查呢一單強姦案啫。其他啲嘢就唔好理住，咁佢冇計啦，佢 OK 啦，咁照跟啦，喂嗰排。咁但係跟下咧，就越發現越多嘢啦。原來呢班差人係個個都有錢分嘅，喺 fashion 嗰啲夜總會即係呢啲偏門地方咧，個個都有錢分嘅。佢個負責嗰個分局入邊咧，另外有一個唐人嘅偵探就負責幫呢班差人去收夜總會嗰啲錢嘅，咁亦都俾佢全部錄晒出嚟，因為佢有晒嗰啲錄音證據，咁佢就拿住個錄音證據咧，就同內部調查科講，咁內部調查科聽完之後，因為單嘢越搞越大啦，咁冇得叫佢其他啲嘢唔好理，淨係顧強姦呢間案，咁就話 咁好啦，你繼續查下啦，你一直查佢睇下仲有啲乜嘢咁樣。咁跟住佢就繼續查，咁查下咧就發現原來呢啲夜總會，因為每間夜總會都有睇場嘅，即係你入間夜總會之前係要經過人搜身啊、查隻ID 啊先入得去嘅。咁原來呢啲夜總會咧睇場嗰個人咧，咁跟住發現原來全部嘅夜總會都係俾呢一班人全部包晒、控制晒嘅，所以佢哋又喺度同嗰啲夜總會老細講，就話你俾我哋睇場，你就咩事都冇噶啦。如果有人落嚟冚檔查牌咧，我會通知你哋嘅。咁所以個個夜總會老細咧就俾佢哋做，同埋佢哋又包埋，因為你知道啲夜總會咧就好多揈頭場啊，啲僆仔喺入邊買嘢啊，嗰班人亦都包庇埋佢哋，就同埋做多好多唔見得人嘅嘢。佢見到就係即係譬如話同啲小姐喺廁所搏嘢啊，又唔俾錢啊，搞到啲小姐又炸晒型喊晒啊，咁佢就全部錄起晒，跟住就俾內部調查科啲人睇。咁內部調查科啲人睇完之後咧，就見到呢嚿嘢咧就越嚟越大啦，牽連到好多高層嘅警察喺入邊。咁反而咧即刻叫佢停止，唔好再查，淨係做翻強姦呢單嘢算啦。咁佢嗰時又覺得奇怪啦，點解唔俾佢查咧 ？OK， 跟住咧。
Yeah, so after a while, we started, investigating them and stuff, and we noticed that they were protecting the karaoke. They were getting paid by them, mm-hmm. So I had to get paid also, mm-hmm. And because we couldn't ask them questions like, "How much were you getting paid?" and stuff. Mm-hmm. We didn't talk about that, mm-hmm. Right? The way we did it when we talk about it is, "Oh, did so and so take care of you? Did they help you or whatever?" And we say, yeah. That means like, yeah, they paid them or they took them out or something like that, right? Mm-hmm. They take them to dinner or something like that. So when I went undercover, I had to get paid off by somebody. So I got paid off by Jimmy. Mm-hmm. And Jimmy owns a couple of karaoke's.
Mm-hmm. He's still there.
Yeah, he's still there. He's still there.
Yeah, I saw him.
He started paying me $2,000 a month, right? And then when I helped him like shut down places like HR or something like that, mm-hmm. He would give me $10,000 cash. Mm-hmm. He even gave me drugs in uniform before, right, to put at HR to shut down. Mm-hmm. When he gave me the drugs, I gave it to Internal Affairs. He gave me the money, I gave it to Internal Affairs. Internal Affairs took it. They went to HR. They put on one day undercovers, and then they say, "Oh, we found drugs here." And then they shut down the place, take away their liquor license, and then we go back to Jimmy and say, "Oh, we shut them down." And then Jimmy give us $10,000, and then I give him to Internal Affairs. And then that's when they're able to arrest him. And then they flip him, meaning they make him to a CI.
Yeah, I know.
Right? So he became a CI, and then we had him with recordings on, paying off Sung and paying off Yam. But then after a while, since he's very close with Yam, I think he told Yam, like, don't hang out with me too much, stay away, stuff like that. But Internal Affairs said, "Oh, no, he wouldn't turn. He has too much to lose and stuff." I go, "That's impossible." He's like, yeah, he's just saying that Yam is mad at him for something and they don't hang out no more. I said, "No way," because people already told me just last night they had dinner, all right? And I even went undercover and I spoke to Yam with recordings. I go, "Oh, is Jimmy mad at you?" He goes, "No, what are you talking about?" So he even tell me when, on audio. And when I go back to Internal Affairs, I tell him, "Look, he's saying he doesn't have any problem with Jimmy. So Jimmy is the one that's changed again." And they go, "Oh, no. So Internal Affairs, later on, I find out. Later on, after I arrest all of them, Internal Affairs started to mess with me now. Because I kept on telling them, "Look, you take away Yam and you take away Sung, doesn't do anything. Because it's the people that are up top that are controlling it. And they're the ones that are corrupt. So you take away these two, they're just going to put other people in." All right? And then when they took them out, they put other people in. And I told them, "Look, this guy, this new sergeant that you got there, no good." They started investigating him. He was trying to chase somebody down for $10,000, and he ended up being friends with that commissioner I tell you about. He got away with it. He's not on the job. He's not a cop no more neither. But a lot of people started retiring and stuff, and then they slowly go out. They slowly run away. But there's still a lot of people that are on in NYPD that are still doing this, right? And I tell them that, and that's why they started coming after me. They're like, "Oh, you want to make a big problem? Okay, no problem. We're gonna get you now." So IAB started coming against me. Huh?
Continue.
Too stupid.
Continue.
Oh man，聽見我都谷鳩氣啊！聽見我都谷鳩氣。
我聽緊佢講我都話，我要做咩？
真係唔撚抵啊！
Well, see, before I was stupid. I thought IAB were good guys, right? They arrest corrupt police officers and stuff like that. I watched that movie with Andy Lau, Infernal Affairs and stuff like that, right? Right. So I'm thinking, oh, I'm Andy Lau and I'm doing all this stuff, right? I'm arresting bad cops and everything. No, it don't work that way. So they know, Internal Affairs knows who are the bad cops. They already know. NYPD already knows.
Yeah.
They don't care.
Yep.
They leave it there because they know if they clean up all the bad cops, there'll be no more cops. A lot of cops will be gone.
Yep.
Right? And then, but don't get me wrong, there's a lot of cops that are good.
I know.
Right? But they don't have no power.
What they concern is their reputation.
Right. All the good cops don't have no power. All the good cops have to play by the bad cops' rules. Because the bad cops are the ones that control everything. You want to transfer somewhere, you want to better assignment, you want days off, whatever, they control everything. If you don't do what the bad cops say, you become like me. All right? Yep. No job. So they started coming after me. They started retaliating against me and stuff like that, and give me bad evaluations, transfer me all over the place. Yeah, transfer me all over the place. No days off. Change my hours. One day I'm working mornings. One day I'm working night. Yeah.
Always like that. Yes.
And then, also when I'm working, they'll keep attacking me. Like, oh, you can't be on your phone. Or you can't. You go to the bathroom too long. Or you go to the gym too long. Or you're here 1 minute late. Or you leave 1 minute early. Stuff like that. But everybody does it. They just come.
They just pick on you.
Right. So what happened after that was I decided I need to get into a position of power. So I ran for state assembly against Ron Kim here in Flushing. And I wanted to go for state assembly because NYPD is a city agency. So you have to go one step above. So I go to state agency to try to become a state official so I could create new laws that NYPD does not monitor itself.
At that time, you're still a PD, right?
At that time, I'm still PD. I'm still Sergeant. Yeah. And, the way NYPD investigates itself is conflict of interest. You're not going to, if you're in a gang, you're going to give up your own gang member?
Yeah.
Of course not. Right?
So the high rented.
Right. You only give up the stupid ones.
Yeah.
Like, this one's going to get arrested. Take him. He's a troublemaker. Take him. Same thing, IAB. Same thing, NYPD does the same thing. Right, so I want to create a state agency, outside agency, to look into IAB, and look into NYPD. I lose that election. After I lose that election, they come down on me so hard. I faced depression, where I almost killed myself when I was working. I almost kill myself when I was working. But then I called a doctor, and I went to therapy and stuff like that. And then 1 year after that, the club incident happened. Got into a fight at a club because my female friend, she got sexually assaulted. Somebody grabbed her breast. And then, they get into a fight with the boyfriend and they arrested me. I was the only one arrested. But they said they charged me gang assault, so felony assault. Gang assault is 3 or more people fighting at the same time.
Yep.
I'm the only one arrested. Nobody else. And they said I wasn't the main person. They said I was standing there, not helping, not doing anything, but that's why you were helping. By not stopping them. I said I'm off duty, and there's also 5 security guards there working, and I'm just watching the security guards work, and if they need help, I will help, right? But they didn't need help. So they arrested me. Then the boyfriend that actually beat up the person turned himself in a year later, and they didn't care. They still only wanted me. And then I ended up getting fired for that, for a bar fight. No injuries. When I hit the person, no injuries. I ended up getting fired for that. I lose my pension, everything. The people I arrested, the bad cops I arrested, the lieutenant kept his pension, right? And Yam, nothing happened to him too, right? But me, they take away my pension, everything, before my trial even started for the fight. And then 2 years after that, the trial started for my fight, and then they found me guilty of the misdemeanor assault, which is like bullshit.
Yeah, bullshit.
Right? But they sent me to jail. But the person that beat up the person didn't even go to jail.
That's why I say I work in the law firm for so many years, since 95 till now. I never saw a misdemeanor charges guys go to the jail for 6 months.
Yeah, when I was in Rikers, nobody believed it.
Yeah.
All the other gangsters, all the other people, like people killing cops, people killing other gangsters and stuff like that. They're all on the same block as me, right? But we're talking through the door, right? Or when we go to yard for rec time, and we're in the cage next to each other, we tell each other our stories, right? And they couldn't believe it. Yep. They were like, "Yo, what? You're a cop?" And they're like, "What the fuck?" But then they see the newspaper article, and they read the newspaper article. They're like, "Oh shit, yo, that's fucked up. What happened to you? Yo, you know, you did the right thing. You arrested bad cops, and then you went against the system, and they fucked you, right?" So all these bad gangsters and stuff, they're all on my side, right? They're like, "You shouldn't be here."
Yep.
And then even all the correction officers, they're like, "Do you see anybody in here for misdemeanor assault?" I said, "No."
No.
I'm the only one in there for misdemeanor assault. And then also when I was in Rikers, when they transport me in a box. So the box is,
I know.
They handcuff your
24-hour
wrist.
lock in.
There's a lock. Yeah, there's a lock on your wrist.
Black box. That's for transportation. That's so you can't twist your handcuff.
Right. But that handcuff also in the middle is chained around my waist.
Yeah.
And then my legs also shackled. And I'm walking like this. Right, just to walk across the hall to the nurse, or just to like go to yard, right? And I go, "Why am I being transported like this? Like,
that's the maximum security.
Yeah, this is bullshit.
That's only for the murderer,
right?" He goes, "Oh, they go
box."
Yeah,
I was transported like that every time I came out myself as well.
I got transported like that.
Yeah,
but they told me it's for my protection. I said, "How is it for my protection? If somebody comes to attack me, I can't defend myself. I'm locked in a box, right?" Also, when they first take me from court to Rikers, the court, they put your charges. They put what was it? Caregiver abuser. Right? So when I went to Rikers, one of the captains, the CO, was talking to me. And she's like, "What happened?" Right? I go, "I'm in here for a freaking club fight." Right? Somebody touched my friend's breast and her boyfriend beat the guy up and they arrest me. Right? And they go, "Oh, yeah, you were there, you beat up a kid, right?" I go, "No, what are you talking about?" They thought I was there for being a child abuser. So when the court put caregiver abuser, they put me down as a child abuser. So they could send me to Rikers, get fucked up. You know? But then when I told the CEO the story, they're like, "Oh, okay, I'm glad I asked you in person, whatever." Then they understand why I'm getting fucked with, because I arrested bad cops and stuff. So they knew also. So they're like, "Okay, don't worry, we're going to help you." And that's when they give me a better room. And then, you know, when they transport me, nobody else could move. They make sure they take care of me then. But then there was still other CEOs that fuck with me. So I talked to the newspaper, and the newspaper put in the newspaper, the big article, police officers sent to Rikers, put next to cop killers and stuff like that. And that's when they transferred me to Westchester. Albany transferred me to Westchester, not NYPD. So it's higher up, Albany State sent me there. And they're like, "It's for my protection." And when I went to Albany, I'm also in protected custody. So I'm in like, you know, like the SHU, where it's like you have your own cage, you have your own cell, and then you can't come out. You only come out for 1 hour for rec time. And when I come out, nobody else is out. But I was on a PC block.
You're a cop. the ex-cop, that you're gonna go to PC.
Yeah,
You're not gonna
always.
put your population.
No, I know
Always.
that. But
Even if it was a crime and you was an undercover drug lord or whatever, you police, they're not gonna put you in GP unless you sign out of it. And you have to go through the court system to sign out of it and everything.
when I was in Westchester, my last month, so I was in Rikers for 14 days, half a month. Then they transferred me to Westchester. I did Westchester. They put me in the psych part of Westchester. Other people that were like in programs and they were like they had
mental problem.
Yeah. So
MO,
yeah, Galo.
So I was in that block, and then my last month they moved me. Just when I get to know everybody and everything, I'm comfortable now. They moved me. They moved me to the PC block, and then the PC block, I was in PC while in the PC block, meaning I couldn't go around on the block. Everybody on the block is PC, so everybody was on the block.
Yeah, walking around over
cooking,
there,
watching TV,
area,
playing cards. I couldn't do that, right? I was in by myself. But then last day, I find out one of the people out on the block was also a cop, arrested. He was arrested for child porn.
Oh,
right? But nobody else on the block knew he was a cop. But he was out there, on the regular block. So they were telling me the whole time, like, you should try to sign out of PC, sign out of that. It was called strict PC. So they're like, try to sign out of strict PC and just do regular PC, so you could be on the block with other people watching TV and stuff. Because they're all kids. Nobody's really doing anything. It's city time.
Everybody got tidbits.
Right. Everybody's just watching TV, waiting for the court date.
You got a whole bunch of turnstile jumpers and shoplifters and
no, my block was all
misdemeanor PC. It can't be.
They were misdemeanor.
Yeah, misdemeanor. You won't go to jail for that.
They were all there for shootings and murder and stuff like that.
That's not a state prison. You said that's a county jail, isn't it?
Westchester County Jail.
Yeah,
but they were all there. They were all there.
None of them were sentenced. None of them were sentenced yet.
Some of them were sentenced waiting to go upstate.
Okay.
A lot of them were like there were a lot of black gangs. Mac Baller. That was the big gang out there, and they were all little kids like there for shootings and stuff like that and all that stuff. Nobody there was there for misdemeanor. Nobody there was misdemeanor.
Because no jail time for misdemeanor.
Nobody there was there for misdemeanor.
It's just crazy that
nobody.
That even after you were sentenced, they put you in a county with people that's not convicted. Usually the system that I know is once you get convicted, you go state. You go upstate. Or then you go to a city lockup where you do
in Rikers, 76.
C-76.
Yeah, C-76 is under 2 years.
Under 2 years, you go to C-76. Well, because a year city time is only 8 months. You don't do the whole year.
Yeah.
So the most you could do county time, the max is 16 months. After that, you gotta go upstate.
Yeah.
The first block I was in Rikers, there was 2 people that were waiting trial. 4 years already in Rikers.
That's normal.
They didn't even get trial yet.
That's normal. I was 16 years old, and I had to wait to go. I didn't even go to trial. Right. But going back and forth to court, I went back and forth to court for 2 years on Rikers Island. They didn't give me no bail. Yeah, so that's how it was back then.
Yeah,
you remember?
Always, yeah.
No, not now.
But one of the guys was even there for shooting Officer Dillard, who killed the cop. He was there too. And he was on my left side. And then next to him was a drug dealer. The drug deal gone bad. He killed the guy. And then next to him was
your dong is all the murderers.
All murders. The first one, all murders. And then the second one was Harvey Weinstein, Trump's accountant. But that room was that cell was no good because the cell had like water coming from the floor, like shit and stuff coming from the floor. So they moved me to another one, and then the third one was all gangbangers. People were like in the car with guns and stuff like that because they were telling me the story. They were telling me what happened, their story, and I'm like, like I'm here for
what you did
for bullshit. Like, and they're like, why the fuck are you even here?
Yeah,
they gave you time for that, and I was like, yeah, and I was like, that's crazy. Like, they all thought it was crazy. Everybody thought it was crazy. Correction officers, the cops,
that's not normal. That's right.
The court officers, the prisoners, everybody thought it was crazy.
Our perspective on things is a little different because you've been law enforcement all your life. I've been on the other side all my life. So when I hear about you having to go over there, it just doesn't add up. Like, why did they put you in an environment like that? It just doesn't make sense. And as far as them dudes that I've been around people that's awaiting trial for serious cases, right? Mm-hmm. Only time they put you in PC when you're awaiting serious cases, not you, because you was a cop. But all them dudes that was there with you, that you're like, damn, they're facing this. In reality, 99% of them are probably rats. That's the only reason that you await trial and they put you in PC, because they don't want the people that they're telling on for them to get you in general population. If you're in PC and you're not a cop and you're awaiting trial, you're telling on somebody. Anybody that's ever been locked up, that's a fact. That's a red flag right there. If you're in PC and you're awaiting trial and you're not law enforcement, you're a fucking rat. That's a fact. So all them dudes that was in there with you, ain't none of them stand-up dudes. If they were stand-up dudes, they wouldn't be in PC.
They were
that's just
right. So one, the PC block that I was on in Westchester, one of the guys there was there for killing a kid. Right, I think it's 5-year-old or something like that. So that's why he was in PC, because he killed the kid.
Okay, if it's heinous against women or whatever, right. They feel their life is in danger. Population.
There's other people that did rape, did child porn.
They go to PC.
They're in PC.
They go to PC. Yeah, but they're on the same level as rats.
Right.
Rapos and pedophiles, they're on the same level as rats. Like on the bottom tier.
Oh, they have a mental problem.
Right. No, but they're on the bottom tier of human life.
The Mac Baller kids, like, I don't know why they were there. I didn't ask them. I didn't talk to them.
I know why.
Yeah, you're telling me why. But it makes sense.
I'll tell you why. Yeah. Why do you think they got faded? They was founded by a rat. Yeah, their whole crew was founded by a rat. So that's why their whole crew got faded. That's why they was in PC. They was probably over here testifying against all them dudes. Yeah. Like one of the dudes that was locked up with, Magoo, he was one of the founders of it. Yo, like 90% of the Mac Ballers that started with them testified against him. That's why they was all in PC. But I'm not trying to put nobody on blast, but that's the truth.
Right. But those are the people that they put me in PC with. So it's like all of them had felony charges. Even there was another guy. So the last month, like I said, they put me in the PC block, and then the whole time I had my own cage. Right. The last month they put somebody in the cage with me. Right.
Together.
Yeah.
No,
in the same cage. But he had his own cell. I had my own. It's a single cell, right? So he had his own cell. I had my own cell. But both the cells are in the same cage. Mm-hmm. They put him in there. He told me that he worked as a social worker on Rikers. That's why he's there and he's in PC. Right. But I found out when I got out. I looked him up. He was actually a correctional officer. For selling a cell phone to a prisoner, and he got caught, and he's in PC. Right. But he was even there for misdemeanor. I mean, for a felony.
For felony.
He was in there for a felony for selling the cell phone. And they only gave him 6 months, same thing as me. And I go, wait a second, you're in here for a fucking felony and for corruption and stuff like that, right? Like, and then they put you in here with me for fighting corruption, and I get 6 months for a bar fight. But then you're corrupt, and then you got a felony bid, and you only got 6 months for that. And I'm like, that made me like even more fucked up. Like, what the fuck?
And on top of that, good time.
Yeah. Well, on the top of that, you put me in the same cell.
Well, for his case,
for CO, for the CO.
But the CO, I was the clerk in Sing Sing. I just left it this year, right? And I always asked the CO. I said, "Yo, why do y'all make such a big deal out of cell phones? Like, we could get on the phone in the yard, we could get on the phone in the gym. Why y'all make such a big deal about cell phones, right? Because they used to have people that you could buy a cell phone from them for $3,000. I never bought one, but I asked them, "What's the big deal?" And the cell phone, what they're scared of is they don't want us recording them and sending it home to our peoples and be like, "Yo, wait for this motherfucker in front of the jail because he's been bothering me." That's why if you get caught selling a cell phone, you're going to jail. If you're a CO, you're going to jail. They take that shit very seriously. They take cell phones more seriously in there than weapons and drugs. Yeah, I seen dudes get caught with weapons and drugs, and give them a chance. Yo, we'll give you a break. Yo,
I thought the most they won't get fired.
No, you go to jail. You get caught with a cell phone. As a prisoner, you get caught with a cell phone, you go into the box for a long time. You're getting a new charge. The CO that bring it into you, they're going to lose their job and they're going to get indicted for promoting prison contraband and smuggling. It's very serious now.
But we're in MDC, right? Huh? MDC, federal.
No, this isn't state.
I know, but when you MDC, a lot of inmates have cell phones.
Yeah, it's everywhere.
It's everywhere. It's
It's
everywhere.
everywhere.
It's everywhere.
Yeah, it's
Like-
just when they catch you.
If they catch you, it's a big deal.
His thing was a big deal because it was part of a bigger operation. And the prisoner that had it in Rikers, he was like, they were investigating him already for something bigger. Because he had drugs and he was like the drug dealer in there. He had the weapons and all that stuff. He smuggled everything in. So what happened was he was being investigated already, and then when this correction officer went and helped him out, that's when he got caught.
Okay, let me say your story first. Okay， 各位觀眾，呢次係第二節，咁我就繼續講翻阿 Steven 個故仔先。咁Steven 咧就係14年就發現到佢個韓國嗰個督察就想誣告佢個老細，咁佢就話咗俾佢老細知啦。佢老細就帶咗去內部調查科嗰度，內部調查科咧就揾佢翻去做驗仔，就調查翻差人嘅。咁咧佢查下咧，就越查越多嘢出嚟啦，就發現喺佢個分局嗰度有好多差人都係有份。就收黑錢喺啲夜總會啊，喺啲雞竇啊嗰啲咁嘅地方，咁佢就翻去咧就同翻個內部調查科啲人講，咁內部調查科嗰啲人一開頭咧就同佢講咧，就叫佢其他啲嘢唔好理，就淨係做強姦嗰番案就得啦。佢就繼續查，但係越查咧就發覺係唔淨止佢間差館嘅差人有份，係好多另外嘅差館同埋好多唔同嘅部門，包括埋警務處有啲好高級別嘅警察都有份。咁佢就將全部嘅對話就錄晒音㗎啦，就俾咗內部調查科聽。咁內部調查科聽完之後，開頭咧就叫佢 go all the way， 即係繼續查落去。咁佢就一路查落去咧，就發現好多啦，發現就係越嚟越多啦，即係佢查嗰單案嘅涉嫌嘅警察入邊係太多人，咁同調查科講啦，跟住突然之間調查科叫佢唔好查啦，你淨係做翻強姦嗰單案，咁佢就覺得奇怪，點解咁樣咧？咁佢就一路係咁 push 個調查科嗰啲人，佢話唔係喎，而家呢班人係做緊呢啲嘢。你哋點解唔查佢？咁樣佢就做咗一個錯誤嘅決定啦。點解咧？調查科就同佢講呢啲唔關佢事。如果你再查落去咧，佢哋就變咗查佢，即係調查科啲人就會變咗對付佢噶啦。咁佢開頭都懵咗咁樣，點解要對付我？而家做緊啲嘢係啱嘅喎，因為佢又睇好多。警匪片啦，佢又睇過《無間道》啦，又睇過劉德華嗰啲片啦。咁佢話：我而家做緊嘅嘢係全部係正確嘅啫，我冇做錯嘢。但係佢嗰陣時仲未知道警務處係有好多黑暗嘢。就嗰陣時開始，警務處咧就將佢調嚟調去啦，即係就開始俾 hard time 佢啦，開始俾佢。翻工譬如話你呢個禮拜翻早更，下個禮拜又翻夜更，跟住再下個禮拜又翻早更，或者佢開緊工嗰陣時咧，蛇王走去食口煙，佢又話佢打個電話又話佢，即係做少少嘢，遲到1分鐘都話嘅。但係其他啲差人咧就個個都係咁做㗎啦，又唔會俾人話嘅，係佢俾人話。咁一路就真係俾好多 hard time 佢啦，俾好多。針對佢啦，咁佢都忍住，都冇出聲。咁直至到喺21年，就因為有一件事發生咗，呢件咩事咧？就係佢同班朋友咧，就喺一間鬼佬嘅夜總會入邊玩。咁隔離台咧又有班又係中國人嚟嘅。咁其中有個人咧就走過嚟咧，就揸咗佢朋友個女朋友個波一下。咁佢當時就冇主動同嗰個嘈，佢就係同個 club 嘅保安講話有啲咁嘅事。 咁啲保安咧就走去話嗰班人啦。咁啊嗰班人咧就應承啲保安就話誤會啫，咁啊諗住冇嘢啦。但係佢第二次又翻嚟，又揸咗佢朋友個女朋友個波一下。咁佢朋友咧就火滾啦，就開始同嗰班人嘈。咁嘈咗咧就打起交上嚟。當時佢咧就冇打嘅，佢就係企喺隔離睇。咁啊啲保安走咗埋嚟，跟住分開佢哋，跟住就趕咗佢出門口。咁出咗門口之後咧，就開始又打過咧。嗰陣時佢係冇幫手打，佢係想分開佢哋，但係佢就係為咗呢件事咧，就俾差人拉咗啦。即係走咗之後就俾差人拉咗，就為咗呢件事。因為佢朋友打嗰個另外嗰個唐人咧，嗰個中國人咧，就入咗醫院，就話佢好傷。咁就拉咗佢哋，淨係佢，因為佢嗰陣時成班人嘅，就個個冇拉，就淨係拉咗佢，因為佢哋認得佢係警察，就去屋企拉咗佢。咁拉咗佢之後咧，就告佢係幫派襲擊。咁告幫派襲擊咧，前提下你要超過3個人去打交，即係有4個人以上先至叫幫派襲擊嘅。但係拉咧就淨係拉咗佢一個，咁佢已經覺得唔 fair 噶啦。咁佢係梗係唔認罪啦，因為佢有晒，佢收尾個律師就攞晒當日喺夜總會嘅錄影帶，即係攞晒嘅 CCTV 嗰啲記錄。咁個記錄影出嚟咧，佢都係冇份打嘅。佢淨係負責勸開佢哋，分開佢哋嘅啫。但係政府都一路要告佢，警察一路告佢。咁佢朋友知道咗呢件事咧，佢朋友自動走去自首，去差館自首，話係唔關佢事，係佢打嘅。但係差館唔接受，唔俾佢朋友自首，亦都唔告佢朋友，淨係唔落案，淨係要告死佢一個。咁佢為咗呢件事咧，就打官司打咗成年幾，就俾差館咧，就俾警務處咧就革咗職。革咗職咧之後，佢因為佢認為係唔係我喐手打嘅，我點解要認罪？佢就一路唔肯認，到最後咧就將單案咧就減到就係普通嘅酒吧打交，即係普通嘅打交嘅啫，但係都俾法官判咗佢要坐6個月，咁佢就咁樣入咗去監獄，就坐咗4個月，即係減咗假期嗰啲嘢啦，4個零月，咁先至出咗翻嚟嘅。咁去監獄嗰度咧，亦都受到好唔公平嘅對待，因為佢開頭去監獄，因為佢係本身佢嗰條罪咧係一個輕罪嚟嘅啫，普通喺街打交係好輕罪嘅。係如果正常嘅情形咧，如果佢唔係差人，如果佢唔係咁樣得罪咗警務處嘅高層咧，佢係唔會需要坐監嘅。呢啲罪最多都係手下人為口頭警告呢啲咁嘅啫。咁但係佢就係為咗呢件事入去坐監。咁入到去之後咧，咁啲獄警就問佢你係為咩入嚟？咁佢就同啲獄警講咗之後，啲獄警話唔係喎，你嗰啲報告入邊寫話你打細路喎，但係佢其實就冇打過細路嘅。咁佢諗點解會咁寫咧？佢就係想入邊啲獄警又好，啲同囚嘅囚犯又好，嚟針對佢，俾hard time佢。咁佢又同個獄警講咗話，根本就唔係咁嘅事。咁獄警知道咗咧，就將佢放喺監獄入邊，我哋有個叫 PC 就係我哋叫做受保護動物，即係唔係坐大倉嘅，你係私人倉，就人哋出去玩你都冇得出去，一日淨係有1個鐘頭時間出去俾你沖涼活動下咁樣。咁嗰個區域嗰啲人咧，坐 PC 嗰啲人咧，多數都係嫌仔啦，有精神病啦，或者同性戀啦，或者係嗰啲變性人啦，嗰啲人坐嘅。咁咧，但係佢就俾佢掟咗去坐嗰度。咁坐咗嗰度， 佢一樣俾其他有啲 CO 即係獄警，俾啲獄警針對，有時成日搞佢啊，有時成日就特登玩下佢啊，唔俾佢出街啊，即係總之俾 hard time 佢啦。咁佢就投訴到去New York 嘅首都 Albany 嗰度，佢就寫上到 Albany 嗰度，就同 Albany 講。咁 Albany 咧首都嗰度咧收到啦，就將佢調咗去由呢個監獄就調咗去離開咗紐約市嘅監獄，係屬於紐約上州嘅監獄嗰度，就調咗去嗰度坐嘅。最尾嗰2個月，紐約市個監獄咧淨係坐咗2個星期嘅啫，跟住就調咗去 Upstate 個監獄，咁佢就坐埋嗰幾個月，咁佢而家至啱出翻嚟嘅，件事就係咁嘅。OK。
Yeah, so I did 4 months and then I came out. Still gonna appeal the case, and then after that.
佢係會上訴呢單 case 嘅，佢就算坐完出嚟，佢而家都係已經請咗律師上訴呢單 case， 佢覺得係唔公平嘅。
And then after I appealed the case, then they say I could explore options to if I want to sue the NYPD and all that stuff. Later on, I have to appeal this case first.
Yeah.
And that's it.
OK，咁咧而家到阿 Richie 啦。
Oh, before we go, right? You know, when he was fighting his case, I was in jail. I was in Sing Sing, and he used to come up to visit me.
Yeah. This is after I got fired.
After
you know him for a long time?
I know him for a while.
Yeah.
The way we met is crazy, but after he got fired, then he was allowed to come visit me. Yo, what kind of friend are you? You waited till you got fired before you came to visit me? All these years you didn't even come visit me.
I can't visit you.
He's on the job. He cannot come and visit.
I'm just messing with you. I'm just teasing. I'm just fucking with you.
But the only reason why I was able to talk to you when I was still a cop was because I was already undercover at that time.
I know, we're going to get to that some other time. That shit is crazy. But but he used to come up and visit me, and he asked me for my opinion. He was like, yo, bro, I'm facing this type of charge, and this is what the DA is offering me. This is what should I do? I'm so jaded. I was like, yo, bro, just plead guilty. And he's like, but I'm innocent. I said, yeah, but if you plead guilty, you don't have to go to jail, right? He's like, yeah, but I'm innocent. I'm not gonna. So I respect him. He stood his ground. Anybody else would have just took the plea deal and said, fuck it. I don't have to go to jail. Just do it. He didn't. He fought it. I admire that a lot because jail is not a joke, bro. You took your life and you risked it for whatever, man.
It's only for a couple months.
But we didn't know that at the time. I didn't know that at the time. Because they gave me 7 years just throwing one punch. So I could imagine what they were trying to do to him. That's why I was telling him, just take the plea.
They gave me a deal. They offered me a deal after I got fired. The deal was plead guilty to 3 misdemeanors, which is hitting each person, and then 30-day community service.
ACT release 1 year?
No, 30-day community service. And then I can't seek reemployment as a police officer again.
Yeah.
So that means I can't sue NYPD.
Yeah.
So I was like, I'm innocent. You want me to plead guilty to hitting 3 people. When the judge asks you, so how do you plead? Do you agree to take this deal? Do you plead guilty to hitting 3 people and stuff? Then you're making me lie in court. So you're making me say I hit 3 people, but I didn't hit 3 people, right? Also, the big part of that was I can't seek to be a police officer again. So that means I can't sue. For
that's the main point they want.
Right.
Yeah.
That's the main point they want. Yep. They wanted to stop the lawsuit.
Yep.
So even when I got arrested, they took my cell phone and stuff like that. There's no reason for you to take my cell phone for a assault 3, right? Especially I didn't use the cell phone to hit anybody. I didn't call anybody. I didn't take videos. Nothing, right? So what's the reason for you to take my cell phone? It's because on my cell phone I had a lot of recordings when I was undercover, and they want to see what evidence I have and stuff.
They never get back to you, right?
They gave it back to me after. Just recently, like last month, I got it back.
So you erase everything inside?
I don't know. But the thing is, I have some of the stuff still because before I go in, it's backed up on the cloud now. But NYPD, they're not that smart with electronics and stuff. Not everybody in NYPD is smart with electronics.
I ain't say that. I have no beef with NYPD.
There's a lot of people in NYPD that have no idea what they're doing with electronics. Right? But the thing is that, they went through my cell phone, they went through everything, right? And they didn't find anything because the DA was like, oh, I don't think the felony charge is going to stick unless you find something on his phone. They didn't find anything. They find text messages of me and my friends talking about it, and my friends are texting me saying, "Oh, that kid deserves to get knocked out because he was touching on other people's girlfriends. What do you expect? What do you expect is going to happen? Stuff like that." And then they use that against me in court for like my character saying that I wanted to knock him out, and I said, "That's not me saying it. That's somebody else texting me." And you see, I didn't respond to that because I don't agree with that. Right? I'm not gonna, say it. But that's what happened. So
佢話咧就係當佢嗰陣時被拘捕嗰陣時咧，就因為佢係一個普通嘅打交嘅啫，警察應該係冇權收佢嘅手機嘅。但係警察第一步要做咧就係收咗佢部手機。咁佢都同啲警察講話：你點解收我部手機？因為佢自己當差咁多年，佢知道普通打交你係冇權收我手機嘅，但係佢哋照收。咁收咗之後咧，佢哋就當然係抄佢嘅手機啦，睇佢手機以前嗰啲錄音，即係去幫內部調查科做嘢嗰陣時嗰啲錄音，就同埋佢嘅所有嘅來往信息，所有嘅社交媒體嗰度講嘅對話。咁咧有時有啲對話咧，就因為嗰件事打完交之後咧，咁有啲人話：嗰條仔係抵打嘅，因為佢搞你朋友條女。唔拉佢唔告佢咪算好啦咁樣，咁但係警察嗰邊咧就用咗呢啲對話咧就話佢講嘅，咁佢話呢啲唔係我講嘅，呢啲係人哋發俾我嘅喎，我都冇答過佢哋嘅喎，但係警察唔理 ，OK 就攞嗰啲嚟告佢，咁告咗佢之後咧，警察曾經俾個雕佢，即係俾個條件佢就係嗱，我而家咧就你認咗佢。就話打交打咗呢3個人，就你就只需要做1個月嘅社會服務令，但係前提有個條件就係你唔可以告翻警務處，咁佢就覺得係一個局嚟嘅，你真係咁樣搞我啫，咁佢就死都唔認，所以就搞到佢要開庭審。但係審嗰時都係俾人咁樣屈咗入去坐咗幾個月，咁佢而家出翻嚟咧，佢就已經揾緊法律途徑咧，睇下點樣搞掂咗再上訴呢單 case， 咁之後嘅行動咧，佢亦都考慮緊做唔做噶啦。
And lucky there's video from the clubs and stuff, because the witnesses they all originally said I hit him, right? And the cops are making them say, "Oh, was it him? Was it him? Was it him?" And they identify me. They're all drunk at the time. They don't know who hit people, because in the hospital, in the discovery that they give you, in the hospital report says that they're drunk, right? But they all said that I hit them. And then when they saw the video, and then they tried to testify in court, they couldn't lie too much about me hitting him because they see in the video I didn't hit anybody, right? I was standing there. Well, I didn't injure anybody, right? I was just standing there. At the court, even when they were being witnesses on a stand, they were still saying, "Oh, I still think there was multiple people hitting me." And then we're looking at the video, we're like, "There's only one person in the video hitting you. What are you talking about?" So they all lie. All the witnesses lie. And I try to tell the lawyer, I say, "Look, point that out. Show them that in the police report originally they say I hit him, and then in the grand jury they said something else, and then now they say something else again." So the story kept on changing. And I told him, point that out, but the lawyer didn't point that. The lawyer ended up not even like doing that much work. Even when I got sentenced, the court officers were like, and the correction officers and Rikers also like, "Look, we have weekend jail, meaning you only come here Friday night, you check in, you do your time during the weekend."
Halfway house.
No. In
halfway
Rikers,
house, right?
In Rikers, they were all saying your lawyer, he didn't argue for weekend jail.
Right.
Meaning I check in on Friday, and then I check out on Sunday. And then Monday to Friday, I could go to work, I could be home, helping family and stuff.
I think that's in Bronx, not in Rikers.
No, they have it in Rikers.
Rikers too?
Yeah. They said they have people with worse charges. They did worse things, and they have that. Right? And I said, no, he didn't argue for that. He didn't argue for anything. He didn't argue for, probation or anything like that.
Who hired a lawyer for you?
Or house arrest. Nothing.
Who hired a lawyer for you?
It was a public defender.
Oh, public defender.
Yeah, because I had 3 lawyers. The first lawyer, he was helping me, retired cop. He was helping me with my lawsuit against NYPD. And then this thing happened. And then my appeal also at the time we were trying to do. But so he wanted too much money, so I couldn't afford it. So I had to get a new lawyer. So I got a new lawyer. I paid him $30,000.
$30,000.
$30,000
For which one? For the bar case or
for the bar case?
For the bar case, $30,000.
And they didn't even do anything. All they did was adjourn, and then they were like, take the deal.
Yeah,
It's a lot.
no, it's a lot for the bar fight.
Yeah,
it's a lot for a bar fight.
And then
okay. That's bullshit.
Yeah, and then after that, I couldn't afford them no more, and they weren't helping me. So I was like, I need to find a new lawyer. We're not agreeing, right? So then I asked the judge for a 18B, which is a free lawyer.
Yeah.
And then the free lawyer did that, and he messed up the case too. So
you go ahead and have you. You go ahead and have the government.
Yeah. So that ended up happening, and then
you spent $30,000 for a bullshit lawyer.
Oh my God! They charged me $40,000 for my case.
Do different.
I punched a person one time. They charged me $40,000 for the lawyer.
The lawyer came to the back, and I asked him what happened, and he's like, "What else can I say? The judge is a tough sentencer." And that's it. And I was like, "What? That's your excuse?"
No.
And then that was that.
Yeah, you got all set up. Yeah, they give you the lawyer that they pick up with.
That's what the lawyer said. Oh,
yeah, right.
Bad luck.
No lawyer going to say that, man.
Tough judge.
Shit.
That's the excuse for your life.
Even the probation office, when I interviewed with probation office, they didn't think I was going to get jail time. They recommended, what they recommended was anger management, and I think it was like 1 year probation. 1 year probation
ACD,
and anger management.
conditional discharge.
Right. But the judge wouldn't take that recommendation. The DA office wanted 1 year, 365 days.
No way for misdemeanor.
They gave me half of that. So, well, they gave me 9 months, so it's close enough.
Because your public defender didn't do anything.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, if your public defender helping you, he's going to object that. There's no way you take 6 months in jail for this. Misdemeanor. No way.
So it happened. Yeah. And then now it's just,
Yeah, I think
try to get my life together again.
OK， 咁講埋佢後邊嗰度啦。咁佢而家出咗嚟咧，就佢想翻案，點解咧？因為被打嗰個台咧，就仲係告緊佢，就係想殺上一個民事訴訟。咁佢嗰陣時上開庭嗰陣時咧，就已經佢個律師就喺個證人欄嗰度就問過嗰個唐人咧，就話你而家係申請緊個民事訴訟，咁你想賠償得到幾多錢咁樣啦？咁嗰個人就話我唔係想要攞錢，我係想要一個公正。咁佢已經喺當場法庭已經話俾佢知，我而家為咗呢單 case 我又要坐監，我又要冇咗份工，我又要冇晒我啲長糧。咁呢個你已經係得到你嘅公正啦，你仲想要乜嘢咧？咁佢淨係話佢要想得到一個公正，所以佢都覺得奇怪，所以佢一定要出翻嚟之後，一定將呢單案再要重新打翻甩佢，咁佢先至冇手尾，唔係仲係有手尾諗住嘅。呢個就係佢嘅故仔，至到而家。咁到啦 ，Richie， 你可以講廣東話啦，你。
廣東話一樣嘅
，Yeah， up to you。
up to you，你想我點講？
講廣東話啦，幾時嚟美國？幾時出嚟行？
如果我講俾你聽，我幾時嚟美國I'm gonna expose 我幾多歲啊 ？I'm trying to hide 我幾多歲？
幾時嚟美國？你冇話你嚟嗰時幾多歲噶嘛？
我79年嚟美國嘅。
哦，遲我1年。
我79年嚟。
遲我1年，我78年嚟。
78年。
79年住喺邊？
啱啱嚟美國嗰時住喺芝加哥啦。
住喺芝加哥。
咁去咗 Detroit 幾個都多過1個月，then 去咗 New York。
冇喺芝加哥讀書。
No， 我去到 New York 都冇讀書啊，因為嗰時仲細，嗰時3歲啊嗰時。
你好細啫。仲有同各位網友講聲啦，呢個大明星嚟嘅。
唔係，
你唔知有冇睇過佢啲戲？
唔係嗱，
你留意下佢個樣，跟住你睇過邊一出戲，認唔認得佢？佢係睇過幾出香港都有講過嘅戲嘅。OK，
Thank you。
你留意下就會睇到㗎啦，等佢自己講啦，拍個片出嚟。
我唔敢講，你講到咁樣，我點敢講嘅？
有咩唔敢講啫
？So 我79年嚟美國，and my mom was pregnant at the time。So 佢啲朋友話俾佢聽你喺 New York， 知道咁嗰度 New York 加州。佢兩邊都有朋友啊嘛。And then 我朋友個媽鳩我媽話：喂，你喺 New York 生 BB 唔使錢㗎喎。I know. Okay. So they just came to America。佢哋冇錢啊。你係移民嚟㗎嘛？係移民嚟。OK， 移民嚟都有咩㗎？都有 Medicaid 嘅。I don't know， 我嗰時好細個。But 佢嚟到嗰時咧，佢咪去咗 New York 咯。喺 New York 喺唐街大俾啲球鞋仔教壞晒啊！
讀邊間學校？
我 PS124。
124。Confucius 幾好啫，嗰間學校。
Yeah, but you know，
好過65啊！
嗰時我淨係喺2年班啦 ，right？But 嗰時已經我哋住喺唐街 ，right？ 嗰時已經少少開始先少少壞噶啦 ，right？So 我媽同我老豆話：，唉，唔掂啦，唔可以留低唐街，留低唐街呢個衰仔實會教壞噶。So they moved to Brooklyn.
Okay, so you studied high school in Brooklyn?
No, I never went to high school. I went to prison. But 我去到 Brooklyn 住嗰時咧
，Junior High 喎。
我去到 Junior High。Junior
High 幾多歲？14歲喎。
我16歲入去。我16歲入去。
OK。
But 我去到 Brooklyn 嗰時咧，我住喺 8th Avenue。8th Avenue 嗰時冇唐人㗎，一個唐都冇㗎。
OK。What year is that?
I want to say 84, 83.
84, 83.
The first Chinese restaurant in 8th Avenue was 廣東樓。廣東樓嗰時仲未開鋪，仲未開門嘅。
有唐人。
一個唐人
8th
Avenue冇啊，再冇啊。我間學校咧得3個唐人咋 ，and that was PS105。名苑咧，而家以前變咗名苑嗰間學校咧，我哋得3個唐人喺個學校嗰時，好少唐。
So how you get into Go Shadow?
Well, you know what? I wasn't always a Go Shadow. I was one of those guys that 以前佢哋話 the ones that bounce around because 我由細到大咧，我都好 fucking 硬頸啊 ，everything 好not 小氣，but every little thing that don't go my way, I'm ready to go.
But you have to know someone inside first.
Yeah, I knew 以前啲金星仔喺 8th Avenue， 我識佢哋咪，and then 我啲性格同啲越南仔差唔多係咪？所以我以前同啲 BTK 一齊行啊。BTK
同高 shadow 唔啱嘅。
嗰時我未高 shadow。
嗰時我
11歲啫喎，11歲12歲啊，就我同啲其他 boy 玩係咪啊？始終我唔識講越南話。佢哋成日講咩越南話，呢個嗰個越南話 ，so I always felt like, man, this motherfucker's talking about me. So I said, you know what? There's no future here. So I bounced.
Oh, you go back to Manhattan?
No. I started hanging out with I was hanging out with Brooklyn BTK, and then I started hanging out with some Chinese Queens BTK, but they wasn't making no money. They wasn't doing anything. So I said, you know what? This is not what I envisioned my life to be. I'm out. So I met some FD dudes and stuff like that, and they was like, yo, come hang out with us.
Brooklyn?
No, in Chinatown.
Oh, Chinatown.
They was like, yo, come with us. We want you. So, you know, I went, was there for a little while, and this ain't for me either. This is not my type of people. Like, 我哋啲興趣都唔係差唔多, you know what I'm saying? So, you know what? And then I got in trouble in the apartment. 嗰時我好似13歲定咩係咪啊？12歲嗰時，嗰時未有女朋友啦，係咪？所以我喺個 apartment call 嗰啲鹹濕線啊！12歲識得鹹濕線啊你？咁好嘢啊！我喺個 apartment call 鹹濕線，以為冇人知啦，冇人喺度咪。Yo, like next month， 好撚貴嘅電話費。大佬落嚟話，喂，你邊個撚咗喺度打啲鹹濕電話啊 ？It's like FD， yeah FD 邊個大佬啊？啊？邊個大佬啊？He's legit now, so I'm not gonna throw his name out there. But 花名咧？鴨仔啦，我哋嗌佢鴨仔啦。OK，嗌佢鴨仔，你以前台山龍記嘅。哦，你知係邊個啦？哦，OK，我知啦。So he was like, yo， 邊個咩？So I was like, damn, man, yo, they're gonna find out it's me soon because everybody has a girl but me. So they're gonna know it's me. Yo, it's time to go. So where's the apartment at? The apartment was on, I tell you, then you're gonna know. No, Chinatown or 唐街. Okay. So anyway, at that time, the 鬼影仔 was trying to put a lofu gay in one of their businesses, and it was a whole big thing. So I was like, you know what? I don't like these motherfuckers anyway. So the 鬼影仔 that I knew, I said, you know what? It's time for me to find somebody somewhere I belong.
Which group? Mars Street or Bayard Street?
Bayard. So I went to Bayard because a lot of my friends was already over there.
Single.
Yeah. And I went over there, and then first thing I did was, yo, 你哋想擺啲老虎機入去嗰度，佢哋喺度黐下裝喎，冇問題，我帶你落去。So I brought him down there. We fucked up one of the guys down there that I didn't like. You know what I'm saying? Because he was the one that was like, yo, I think it's 搞事 one that called the fucking 鹹濕電話. I heard him tell somebody that.
The store is 個鋪頭喺 Hester 街。
馬卓堡啦，你知啦。
我知邊間。
你知啊。就係嗰度 ，you know. So that's why I left him. That's when I became 鬼影。And then 鬼影 was the longest. 鬼影 was the longest.
咁你應該同台山嗰班龍記好熟㗎。
So 不過 you know I flipped on them.
新啲佢哋。
Yeah. 大隻生，你
咪識成日上我個 channel 嗰個阿倫仔咯
？Maybe I didn't see his face.
佢係新啲嘅 cousin 啊嘛。
Oh yeah, but 我出嚟嗰時咧，大隻生 was 台山龍記嘅大。
係咯，翻咗去啦，翻咗大陸啦佢。有，仲有邊個嗰時大西城。大西城喺度啊，而家仲喺度啊。
Yeah. So that's from there. From there, and then I ended up catching a case when I was 16, and then I didn't come back out until I was 34.
Okay, 講下你單案點解會發生嘅？點解會發生嘅？點解會冧咗嗰條友咧？
屌又為女咯，唔係為女咯，佢撩我 and stuff like that， because 我想溝佢條女 and stuff like that. No, the worst of the worst happened.
唔係喺乜街啊？
唔係。
Hardy。
喺個鋪河
Queens
Mammoth
鋪河
1992
92年鋪河打死人，好似得一單啫喎，嗰單唔係東灣仔打嗰單。
你講東灣仔講Q 嗰單係傑仔嗰單 ，that was not 92, that was 90, that was 90 and 91.
Oh yeah, 91.
I know that because the dude that got killed is my friend's brother.
Yeah.
Rest in peace, Michael Rue's brother. That was Michael Rue's brother that got killed in the queue. They thought they was 鬼影仔。
你嗰單係92嘅。
我嗰單係92嘅，我單係同龍記一齊，龍記唔係同東安。But I know that case. 傑仔個 case 九節 case. That was the queue.
嗰單個故仔你都知啦，嗰單嘢搞到。
That was bad. But you know. It's bad. It's bad for everybody. 打錯人 and stuff like that. I know it's bad.
But you know how that story began, right?
Yeah, I know. I was in the streets at that time, and back then it's different from now. Now, I mean, not even now. Like 以前呢, you look in the newspaper every day somebody was getting killed.
Yeah.
Every day.
Yeah.
So 嗰時呢, the way we view life, we didn't view life like it was important. Like 有咩重要啫？死咪死咯，日日都有人死。有乜所謂啫？
我喺我啲片都講過啦，嗰陣時嗰年出街要陀2支炮嘅。
我未到。
So at that time, back then, 80, right? I'm coming down East Broadway. The cop saw me. My gun was sticking out. The cop just come over. Hey, Jimmy, come here. I say, what? Pull up my shirt and cover it, man. Please. Don't sew it out. Man, I carry 2 guns. One here, one right here. Yeah.
Yo, before I turned 16, I got shot twice. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, like, when I think about it, I have a son now. My son is 13 years old. The first time I got shot, I was 13. And I'm looking, I'm like, damn, how could anybody in their right mind shoot a little kid like that? I look at my son. But that was the era we lived in.
Because that time you were 13 too.
I was 13.
Yeah.
I was 13. But 嗰時咧，我哋啲命咧唔係冇價值嘅，自己覺得
係咁噶，係咁解嗰陣時係咁噶。
特別新移民咧喺美國嗰時咧 ，it's rough. It was rough. It's not like it is now. Now 個個都接受大家 more or less。以前唐人邊鳩個接受我哋啊？係啊，黑鬼又唔中意我哋，白鬼又唔中意我哋，西馬又唔中意我哋，自己中國人都唔中意我哋啊 ！You know what I'm saying? So it was rough being Chinese and American in the 80s.
Yeah.
Growing up in the 80s in America was rough.
70 and 80.
I'm not that old. I don't know about the 70s. 80s was rough.
I got you here 78.
80s was rough.
So how you get into the movie business?
When I came home, I came home when I was 34, right? And I was like stocking boxes at a warehouse. Like one of my old hingdais introduced me to one of his friends that gave me a job. So I was working there, and then from there I started my own company. So
what company?
我以前賣啲鹹書入翻監倉啊！
你入嘅咩？
俾入㗎，
俾入㗎，
梗係俾入啦，聯邦唔俾入 ，state 俾入㗎。
佢哋睇過晒先㗎嘛？
睇過晒先 ，but it's coming straight from me, from my company。所以我以前咧去 wholesale 買翻啲書係嘛，全部過晒期㗎。我買翻嚟或者7毫幾一本，我買翻嚟出去12蚊一本 ，and then I just made a catalog，and then 全部同我坐監嗰啲人咧，我好 friend 嗰啲咧，我寄晒啲 catalog 俾佢 ，Yo，go sell this for me，go sell this for me，So from there I had all the jails ordering from me in New York State， so 嗰時就疏乎啦，唔使做得太辛苦啦。
And then 好巧喎呢樣，真係好。而家做都得唔得喎？而家唔得啦，而家啲監倉唔俾書入，因為啲人擺啲毒喺啲紙入邊啊。So we can't even get mail no more. We can't get letters no more. If you get a letter in jail, they Xerox copy it, and give you a copy. The original letter 佢唔俾你嘅而家。But so I started my own company, and then one of my good friends, Henry and Sean, they was financing this movie that was getting made, and one of the guys was like, "Yo, we need some real legit 唐人攜仔," you know what I'm saying? And so they was like, "Yo, we got the perfect dude for you," you know. He's gonna get it. So I went there, and when I went there, I didn't know it was the director. I'm just talking and being myself, and the director was like, "Yo, what are you doing here?" I said, "Don't worry what I'm doing here. I belong here. My friends run this shit." He said, No disrespect, but what do you do? Are you an actor? I said, "No, I ain't an actor." And then he was like, "You want to be an actor? You have any experience acting?" I said, "Of course I got experience acting." He said, "From where?" I said, "Well, I've been lying my whole life. That's acting. And two, acting is just basing on other people's experience and shit. And I was in a play when I was a kid. I was in Peter Pan." He was like, "You was in Peter Pan?" I said, "Yeah." He said, "Broadway, off Broadway?" I said, "No, in the 6th grade." So he started laughing, and then one of the guys told them about me, and they contacted the agent, and the agent contacted me, and next thing you know, I got signed. They started sending me out on auditions, and I just was booking everything, and I was in. So I did a few movies, I did a few TV shows, I had my own web series for a while. Not my own web series, I was in a web series, and everything started going from there. Say what movie? They want to know what movie. 而家叫話俾你知你做過咩戲
？Snakehead 係蛇頭。
蛇頭平姐講大姐平嗰出。
講大姐平嗰出，我係大姐平個哎呀仔喺個車入邊。我係個哎呀仔。That's one. That's with Sung Kang from Fast and the Furious. He played my big brother in that movie. No, actually, he's the biggest star. I played his little brother. How about that? Sung. That was Snakehead. And then I was in Killer Man with Liam Hemsworth. That's Miley Cyrus, 個舊老公. So me and him did a movie about New York, about money launderers and.
Snakehead. Who made that story anyway?
Evan Jackson DeYoung was the director of that.
What did you find those information? It's all bullshit.
No, the movie is not based on her life because we don't want to incriminate nobody. He didn't want to incriminate nobody. He used her character and built the whole story about her character.
Okay.
You know, like they glamorized her character.
That's different.
Yeah. That was one of the. I did a few projects. But that's my favorite project, Snakehead, because it was really good, artistically and everything was really good.
而家仲做緊？
咩做緊啊？而家
仲有冇戲做啊？
希望有啦。I did like 3 auditions last week, so my agency and my manager still supporting me, and they still send me on auditions. So hopefully something else will come along.
So you did a couple of casting already?
Yeah. I did a couple. I'm in the second round of one of the castings right now, so fingers crossed. Yeah, and then I did Killer Man with Liam Hemsworth, and I did CG Driver, Chinese director, really good, David Chai. He was a really good director.
I heard you did a second time in jail.
Yeah.
For what?
So, I was already out. I came out when I was 34, right?
34歲坐完第一次出嚟。
Yeah. So when I was 40,
when I was 40 years old, 40歲嗰陣時
I came out of a birthday party.
佢出咗嚟一個生日 party.
And I was drunk. The guy was drunk. The guy bumped into me and my ex-fiance. We was arguing, and he bumped into her, and I was like, "Yo, what the fuck you bumping into?" Next thing you know, he said something I didn't like, and me being stupid and forgetting that I've been in jail my whole life. Said fuck it. I just reacted.
佢同條女喺個 party 度嘈緊交，咁啊呢條友阿街啊
喺條街嗌緊，
喺條街嘈緊交，咁呢條友咧又係飲醉咗噶啦，同佢又係飲醉咗噶啦，佢就走埋嚟啊，走埋嚟就係中間行過去，跟住佢就話佢你點解要忽然間走入嚟我哋呢度，咁啊嘈起上嚟。佢問我，
佢話點解你唔喺屋企嗌交啊？點解你喺出面嗌交啊？
咁啊嘈起上嚟，咁佢就嗰陣時飲咗2杯就唔記得自己仲係守緊行為嘅。我冇收行為，冇收行為啦，冇收行為。OK， 即係唔記得自己已經坐咗10幾年㗎啦。咁啊一時火起就喐咗佢。我抌佢一錘。抌佢一錘，跟住咧，
嗰一錘咧就最衰啦，一錘打暈咗佢，一暈咗就卜咗個頭，就卜爆個頭，而家又殘廢咗，又盲咗，又喐唔到，
一錘啫喎。
唔好彩咯，佢又唔好彩，我又唔好彩咯，
一錘佢就爆咗個頭，麻麻隻眼。唔係啊，
同埋冇晒嗰啲 memory。
佢幾大隻㗎嗰人？高
我4-5寸啦，或者
高你4-5寸，
不過瘦過少少咯。
哦 ，skinny type，but still man，一錘都捱唔到。
佢 I feel bad for him because it's bad luck for both of us because he don't deserve what happened.
So what they charge you? Attempted murder?
No, assault two.
Assault two. For 6 years.
Yeah, and guess what was my bail for punching somebody in the face? $500,000 bail bond or $250,000 cash bail.
Wow, that's bullshit.
That's bullshit, right?
They try to charge me also assault 2 and gang assault and assault 3, and they try to put $250,000 bill on me.
No, they didn't try. They did. I was on bail. I was on bail for 2 years. I was on bail for 2 years fighting my case, and I went to trial.
So you cop out or teabagging?
No, teabagging. Not copping out.
Oh, you take trial.
I took it to trial.
Oh,
took a trial and I lost.
Yeah, because lifetime damage.
Yeah,
that guy.
Yeah, and I never said I didn't hit him, and I said I admit all faults. But they trying to say that 我特登打落佢殘廢啊，which is not the case.
Because for the damage he got, all beginning with you.
Yeah,
that's why.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. So that's what happened. So I did 5.5 years, and then I came back out in March this year.
Did they give you any parole?
Yeah, parole.
How many years parole?
2.5.
2.5? Oh,
yeah.
That's easy.
Yeah. I mean, I've been blessed. I have a very cool and understanding PO.
老啦，大個仔啦，
老啦，
唔好咁衝動啊！
得啦，而家唔開衝動，我唔開再坐噶啦。哇，真係捱到你而家，
唔好再衝動啦，
真係頂唔到噶啦。以前頂得到啊，而家真係頂唔到噶啦。
以前僆仔嗰陣時，
以前僆仔頂得到唔驚啊，而家
老啦，而家坐唔起噶啦。
You know, the first time I went in there for 18 years. 我16歲入去啊 ，right? So I didn't really know what I was missing in life.
Yeah.
So it wasn't that bad. It was just another adventure in my life of crime. So it was nothing. This time, when I came home and I was leading the right path and 做得正正當當 and then I went back in there, that was hard. 嗰真係精神壓力好撚多，大好多啊。Because you're like, damn, why me? Why this? You know, like I didn't mean to do this. Like why? But at the end of the day, it happened. 食得鹹魚抵得渴. I can't cry about it.
Yeah.
I did the time. It's cool. I mean, it's not cool that it happened, but I paid my debt to society for this. I didn't get away with it. I got caught. I went to jail. I did my time. So, all conscience. The government feels like 7 years will change what happened. All right, if you guys believe that, give me 7 years. But this 7 years, so I paid my debt to society. I did my 7-year bid, and I paid my debt to society. And I can sleep without a guilty conscience.
Yeah. So, you've been all different kind of jail already.
Yeah. When I was young, I wasn't...
Rockers, Elmira, Sing Sing.
My first bid, I did 18 years. In 18 years, I went to 17 different jails.
17?
Yeah. Because, I'm young. I'm fucking up. I'm getting... One year, I went to 5 different jails in 1 year because every time I went, popped off, went to the box, got in trouble here, got in trouble there. So
every time you fight, you get transferred.
If it's serious enough. If it's a tier 3 ticket and you get box time, you're leaving the jail. If you get over 90 days box time, you're leaving the jail.
But that's why, like, you went to 17 jails because you were just wilding out.
Because every time I got
They have 17 precincts in New York State?
72 jails in New York State. There's
I
only
didn't even know that.
There's like 14 maxes, but there's like altogether before they closed all the jails down. Back in 1999, when the New York State prison population system was at its highest, there was 72 jails.
Ooh.
72.
72. Max, minimum, and medium.
I don't even know they had 72.
Max, minimum, and medium. But max, like,最多咪17個 max or 18. But mediums and box, they have like 70幾間. But the population dropped down now because now it's like 4萬幾. 以前98年99年咧, when everybody was getting hit at the parole board. On my last bid, I went to my first parole board after 12 years. I went to 4 parole boards before they let me go. Every time I went, 2 more years, 2 more years, 2 more years. I did 6 years in just parole hits. I did 6 years in just parole hits on my last bid. Because they felt like, oh, you didn't do enough time yet.
OK， 第一次去判你坐幾多年啊？
第一次
係
3至9，
3至9年，但係你係坐咗16年，18年，點解咧？
衰戇居咯，脾氣唔好咯，喐啲就話打，喐啲就話打，咪次次打咪加多啲咯，you know。
你第一次係判咩啊？When you're 16, right?
Yeah.
Your first time in the jail, so you're still a juvenile. Juvenile, they charge you murder.
Charge me as an adult.
Charge you as an adult for
I got charged as an
murder.
adult, yeah.
Third degree?
Second degree.
Second degree murder?
Yeah.
They hit you 6 years, they said?
No.
No,
How many years?
I copped out. I pled guilty.
Oh.
I pled guilty to a manslaughter.
Oh, OK， 誤殺，第一次衰誤殺就判咗8年
9年
，9年
3至9，
判咗9年，3至9，但係佢實際坐咧就坐咗18年。
18年。I know it sounds crazy just listening to it。大家知唔知點解啊？呢個粉腸真係抵打。
因為喺入邊咧就成日打交，成日坐水飯，成日加監。佢1年咧就曾經調過去5間唔同嘅監獄，都俾人掟翻出嚟。總共呢18年佢坐咗幾多間監獄啊？17間監獄先至坐晒呢18年，即係每一間監獄入邊都坐唔到1年。
有啲我坐咗3、4年㗎。
有坐3、4年。
有啲我坐咗3、4年嘅，有啲坐咗20日，有啲坐咗30日，有啲坐咗1個月。You know,
that means jail want you.
Yeah, there were some that I stayed for a long time. Like 星城，星城我喺嗰度4年嘅上 on my last bid. No, more than that， 5年喺嗰度。
星城都好辛苦嘅。
I love it. I mean, I don't love prison, but 星城。
Elmira 好啲。
I got stabbed in Elmira on my last bid just now. I hate Elmira. Yeah, motherfuckers
Well,
stabbed
you
me.
get stabbed. Of course, you're gonna hate my.
I know. That was my first time. That was my first time. 第一次坐18碌未俾人捅過啊！真係老嗰時真係好蝕底嘅。I went back in there and the fucking dude stabbed me right in my face when I was eating.
That's the second time.
The second time.
In jail.
Yeah.
So why did he stab you?
I beat up one of his friends the night before for the phone.
Oh.
Because he said I couldn't use the phone. Okay, I can't use the phone. Nobody used the phone. 我同佢打完交咧，佢哋過嚟話 no， 佢錯，算啦 ，OK 算啦。Next day I have to go eat 。真係冇得算㗎。
So you toothbrush?
No. I seen the videotape because it was a riot after that. 我俾人捅咧，啲西班牙仔幫我，有啲黑鬼捅我，啲西班牙仔乘機攞個藉口嚟同佢哋
打翻你係啊，入邊好得意啊，黑打西班牙打黑嘅。
Yo, they fired 6 shots into the mess hall to get it to stop. After I got stabbed, like 4 other people got stabbed. They locked the jail down for a whole month. They locked the jail down for 1 week. After a week, they came out, they started fighting again. Locked it down again, came back out, started fighting again for a whole month. So they shipped me out to jail because I was the one that started it. And then I went to
in court.
No, they put me back. I got stabbed. I wish they would have put me back in court.
咁點你加監加咗18年出嚟啊？
以前啊，今次冇加，
我唔係啊，之前啊，咁佢梗係再帶翻你出嚟 put you back in court and then charge you the different charges and then you get another sentence.
Yeah, I'm appealing one of those cases right now.
Still appealing?
I'm still appealing it. Yeah, my jail case from my last bit, I'm still appealing it. I have to, or appeal. It's not fair what happened. So I'm appealing that right now too.
After you beat the case, you can sue the government.
They changed the, after I came home, they changed the law. 本來而家咧，你16歲咧，佢哋唔會 charge你as an adult because 佢話你嘅 brain 未曾成熟到係成人啦。 我喺入邊嗰時候16歲嗰時咧，佢當我係成人喺入邊 ，right？ And then there's no more solitary, long-term solitary confinement in New York State no more because they feel that it's inhumane and 對啲人啲思想唔好噶。But when I was in there, they didn't care.
Old law. Yeah, you should follow old law.
I was in the box for 7 years. I was in the box for 7 years at one time, all together. And when I was in there, you know what it is to be segregated and no human contact.
Yeah.
They made us. I was in this cell that had the shower in my cell and had the rec pen.
You have your own shower?
My own shower. I had a rec pen in the back of my cell that they open 1 hour a day. So they don't even have to take me to the yard. To get my 1 hour required rec, they just open the back door and I go out there for an hour and then click it, I come back in and they lock it. So I have no human contact with nobody for the longest.
咁同坐冰有乜分別啊？
仲衰過冰啊！
仲衰過冰啊！
仲衰過冰啊！因為冰你去邊度個差佬會
跟住你
去俾你出你個房啊！呢度你冇得出你房 ，you have no reason to come out of your cell。沖涼又喺入邊，個 rack 又喺入邊，個 rack 又喺入邊，個沖涼又喺你個 cell 入邊，食又喺入邊 ，so they don't need you to come out ever. The only time you come out for visit only.
Only for visit.
For visit only and for medical.
Wow.
Yo, you know how crazy that makes you? I'm gonna tell you this one thing that I did in there that 真係now that I think about it, 我真係索咗先咁樣做啊。I was in the box already for like 17 months at that time, right? And I had maybe 4 or 5 visits in that time because I was very far. So 17 months, I only touched another human being 5 times. 17 months, right? They called me for a visit. I was in 38 cell and my friend was in 50 cell, but you can't see each other because you're all locked in. So we used to talk on the vent. On the vent, and we talk. So I never really knew what he looked like. So I was coming back from a visit, right? So I was calling him, yo, come back. Let me see your face. So he comes out on the gate, and I see his face. Oh shit, what up? And I'm already shackled because when you come out of your cell, like you said, you got the black box, the chain, shackle, everything, because you SHU status. So I'm walking. I'm like, yo, what's up? And I'm stopping. And the CO was like, yo, hurry up.
Tell you keep walking.
And mind you, 我7個月都冇俾人掂過啦。And then he did it in front of my friend. Everybody's on the gallery, on the gate looking. And, I talk a lot of shit. So if you talk a lot of shit, when shit happens, you better be prepared to perform. So I'm looking, I'm like,屌，冇計啦，要同佢打啦，佢喺度拱我喺個人面前拱我，冇計啦，係咪？
同個 CO 打。
But I'm all shackled. So I go back, they take me back in my cell, and I told him, I said, yo, you're going to fucking regret putting your hands on me. I swear to God, you're going to regret this. He's like, shut the fuck up, go. And he pushed me again. I go back in my cell. Once you go in your cell, no, before you go in your cell, they take the chain off.
Yeah.
But they keep you handcuffed. You go in your cell, and you stick your hand out, and they open it. So they took the chains out, they took my leg thing out, I stick my hand out, they open one cuff, I pull my hand in. I took the cuff, put both of them on my hand. Now you got to come in here and get it. Now you got to crack my cell and come in here and get it. I ain't touched nobody in 7 months. I want to touch somebody. Crack this fucking cell if you want the handcuffs back.
They don't call ESU then?
They did.
They have to.
They tried casting me out and everything. The sergeant, lieutenant came and said, hey, we're giving you one last chance. Give us back the handcuffs. You're not going to win this. Give us back the handcuffs. I said, you know what? If I'm not going to win this, fuck it. I got to see it to the end. So I see them coming. They put the plastic on my neighbor's cells. I see them put the plastic on my neighbor's cells, and I know they're about to gas me out. I said, okay, there's some gas out. I got a trick for you. On the toilet, They opened the thing, threw the gas thing in there. I took my pillow, or fucking gas canister, threw it in the toilet, put my pillow on that shit, and just started flushing the toilet. I said, you gotta try better, motherfucker. And then I'm thinking, yo, I'm the hero. I'm gonna win this. No. They cracked my cell, and they came with a shield, a clear shield like this, with the thing like this, and they pushed me into the corner, and then they pulled my legs out under me. They fucking handcuffed me, fucking whatever, got another chart ticket, gave me another 6 months extra in the box after that.
6 months extra.
Just so I could be touched. But that's the thing. When you're in there, you lose your mind. Like the little human contact that you get, you're like, damn, this shit feels good. I want to be touched. Just say, I don't know. 坐到傻咗真係以前。
佢將我坐咁耐都未坐過 box。
真係坐到傻咗啊！真係以前真係。
Man, you should look for a job.
Huh?
You should look for a job.
A job for what?
They can't give him a job.
Job
He's in shoe. He can't get a job.
Well, he's sentenced already.
Yeah, but
You
he's
talking
in
about
shoe.
instant? I'm in the box already. They're not letting me out.
Box though.
Yeah, he can't get
They're not letting me out the box.
Before, when you first went in, you should look for a job first.
I did have a job.
Mess hall? Where?
I was the clerk in the block. I was
Oh.
the clerk in the block. I was the porter. I had all the good jobs because all the COs liked me because one, 佢哋好少見一個唐人喺入邊咁樣就惡咁樣就串嘅。So 佢哋見到咧 they kind of admire it and they always like they see everybody. Like back then, I used to do every single legal thing in jail you could do. I used to do like sell drugs and gambling and bookies and all that shit. So police see that shit and they're like, "Oh shit, this little motherfucker got some respect." So they always treated me nice. They always gave me good jobs. I never really had too many problems with COs unless 我自己食飽飯冇嘢做去揾交友 you know. But other than that, they always treated me good.
所以嗰陣時我喺入邊啊，由朝一瞓醒翻工，翻到差唔多翻到夜晚噶啦，成日都喺出邊嘅。
Yeah.
Keep yourself busy. Always. You have to. Yeah. You don't have a job inside you. It was like, seeing the show, thinking. You don't know what you're thinking. Just thinking, right?
Yeah.
Or like you have a job inside?
No, they wouldn't give me a job neither because I was in PC.
Oh, yeah.
I couldn't
PC,
get a job. So I was kind of in
That's boring.
when I went to Rikers, I was kind of like in the shoe like him. I had my own room,
Yeah.
my own
PC.
shower, my own TV, my own toilet, my own phone, and I wasn't allowed outside the room also. So it's the whole solitary confinement no more is bullshit. They still have it. They just call it something else. You know. So even like when going to the nurse right across the hall, they would put me in the box. I would walk right across the hall. They take off everything. Nurse see me.
I don't know why they do that to
Go
us.
back.
PC.
I know PC. PC.
He's a cop.
Usually, they have
Like
to.
title.
But for the charge he got, misdemeanor.
Yeah. But he didn't go upstate. He was still in the county. So they treat, in the county, I feel like they treat people like a little bit worse because they're not convicted yet, but they still treat them like criminals.
Yeah.
Because technically, you're innocent until proven guilty.
Yes.
That's
you
not
say
true.
that, yeah.
In practice, in theory,
In
that's
theory.
what's supposed to be. In theory,
In
But-
theory.
but
After your sentence, like the prison in upstate or somewhere else, is much better than Rikers. Always.
yeah. Oh, I also want to clarify something. Before, when I made my little rant about rats being bad, and like when I say rats, I don't mean somebody that bulking. Like if somebody 打劫我媽 and 我媽報警, that's normal.
Yeah.
If I'm a law-abiding citizen and 有人打劫我定打我咧，我報警係冇問題嘅，係冇問題嘅。但如果你係壞仔，你係做啲壞嘢，咁你衰咗嗰時咧，咁你督翻出嚟咧，then you're a fucking rat. You're a fucking 低個人渣。Because 你食得鹹魚抵都渴啦。If you're gonna live this life, yo, don't cry and don't drag other people into it.
Okay, for our century, we don't do that.
No, our generation didn't. Well, not completely. Your generation didn't as much.
Yeah.
The generation before us was the generation we looked up to and were like, yo, 做壞仔係應該咁樣做。
Yeah.
But my generation was the beginning
Beginning of
of the year of the rats.
Yes.
Like, I'm not gonna. I don't put nobody on blast and say he's a rat, unless he's sitting here, and I tell him he's a rat. But my crew, so many fucking rats. They turn on each other. You know, like everybody on Bayer Street. I don't know about the ones after me, but the generation I was in, they locked all of us up. And you know what? The only people that I can tell you that didn't rat on nobody and that being a little more right? From that era, John,炮長, John, Chan, Simon that got deported, Big Richie,
He got out.
he got out. But all of them did 20 plus years because they didn't tell. All my other fucking Hingdais that did 2 years, 3 years, 5 years, they're all fucking rats.
Yeah.
They're all fucking rats.
Yeah. That's beginning your generation.
Yeah.
Until now,
Yeah.
when they got arrested,
They still do the same thing.
you don't even have to ask them. First time, don't even ask them. I raise my hand. Yeah, it's him.
No, some of these guys, they make a joke. Yo, we had to smack this motherfucker twice. We smacked him one time. He started talking. We had to smack him again to tell him to shut up. We don't want to know all this stuff. They just keep talking and talking.
Yeah.
So, this generation is better because there's less criminal activities. It's safer on the streets than it was back then.
Yeah. 6 out of 10. First thing they would say, can I, cooperate with them? Always.
Horrible.
State case, federal case. First thing they would say, can I cooperate with them?
Oh, and I'm not trying to glamorize that type of lifestyle.
Mm-hmm.
I'm against that type of lifestyle now. Like, I go talk to kids, at-risk youths and stuff like that. I do seminars and stuff like that now because I don't want kids to go through the same thing I went through. When I say that it was better back then on the street level, I'm not trying to say it's good. It's bad. All that shit is bad.
Yeah.
There's nothing glamorous or good about it.
Yeah.
But they still have morals and principles.
Yeah.
This generation, my generation and forward, doesn't really have that type of thing. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Power of control.
Yeah. Even the law enforcement. Like, I have nothing against law enforcement. I love law enforcement because we need them in society. Because if we have a society with no law enforcement, then we're gonna have nothing but utter anarchy. I could survive. I don't think my mother could survive. I don't think my kids can survive. So no, we need police officers. But we need good police officers. We don't need police officers that you locked up. We need officers that go through better psychological training and stuff like that, so they could do this job.
So let me ask you guys a question. Do you guys think what I did was being a rat?
No, you're a cop.
Against my fellow police officers.
No. Because if you're a cop, be a cop. Don't be a gangster pretending to be a cop. Don't be a cop pretending to be a gangster.
Yeah. Different position.
I don't respect that.
That's what I believe too.
That's your position.
Yeah. I don't consider that rat. But you know what? The shit that police used to get away with back in the day, they can't get away with now because there's cameras everywhere. I wish they had cameras everywhere back then.
That's not true.
以前啲抄實刮鳩我哋打我哋啊，因為我哋出嚟行啊 whatever. I wish they do that shit now.
You heard Michael say that before. They could even push you out on the party.
You want to be tough? You don't be a cop. Be a gangster. Put your gun down and push me around. Put your gun down and try to smack me around.
Now it's different. Now it's totally different. Now the cop, you don't even touch you. They cannot even touch you.
No, of course. And
I running a public safety patrol. Right? Sometimes we kick out homeless people, and then the owner called the cop, and the cop come by and saw it and telling us, you cannot do anything, man.
Yeah, it's not
can do more than back then. Like we can do it something like more like they cannot even touch it, but we can. They cannot. Okay. Now it's like totally different stuff.
Yeah.
So like be a cop right now, and be a cop like before.
Okay.
Totally.
Okay, because all the bad cops make it hard for all the good cops.
Yeah.
All the bad cops take advantage of that, and then laws get passed down to protect citizens from the bad cops. And now all the good cops can't do their job because all the bad cops.
Yeah. It's just that the method back then was so wrong.
Yeah. Before like on our time, not my time. My time is like go away. Your time. You never see a homeless people. A cop come down, tell them to move, and they refuse it.
Oh
no. They move
now,
right away.
No.
What the fuck? Yeah. Touch me. The cop just stand there. Yeah. They cannot do anything.
Yeah, no. And it's sad because some of them are just trying to do their job.
Yeah.
At the same time, we need more watchdogs to make sure that don't cross the line. Yeah. Do your job, but don't cross the line. Yeah. I respect police officers that don't cross the line. Yeah. Police officers that cross the line, I got nothing but hatred for them. You know. But if you don't cross the line and you do your job like the oath that you're sworn to do, I respect you. I'll shake your hand. I'll admire you. I'll even kiss your ass if you're doing a good job. You know what I'm saying? But don't cross the line and do whatever it takes to get a conviction. Those are the cops I hate. Those are the law enforcement that I can't stand. We're the only country in this world. We're supposed to be the number one country in the world, right? But meanwhile, we have the largest population of people incarcerated in this country. Yeah. Why? Because they're just locking us up. Like, you know what I was telling him the other day? I said, the criminal justice system, you take the jury of your peer when you go to trial, right? And they decide if you're innocent or guilty, but they don't know the law. Yeah. Like when I went to trial, my judge told the jury, listen, this case is on the internet. I'm giving you an order. Do not Google this case.
Go listen.
It's human nature. Who doesn't peek?
I just don't use my own computer to say.
The newspaper articles, they wrote all horrible stories about me when I caught my case. So the media already said I was guilty. So you tell the jury, don't look. How am I going to get a fair trial?
Yeah,
How?
right.
So for him, it was 6 months. So some people, it's 50 years.
Yeah.
I have friends that just got released because their appeal after 30-something years finally came through after 30-something years, and they commuted his sentence from 50 years to 25 years, and they let him go. But why would you sentence a child to 50 years? If he did it, then fine, it's good. But 30 years later, you decide, oh, we was wrong. We shouldn't have sentenced him to 50 years. Let's change it. It's too late. The man been in jail for 31 years after you changed the law. Like, where's the justice in that? I mean, nobody has sympathy for people in prison because, let's be honest, they don't deserve it because they're not in there for being good. Okay? Fine. Everybody in there did something wrong. They're paying for their crime. But don't make it more than it is. Don't. If you was involved in a bar fight, sentence him to what a bar fight deserves.
Yeah.
If you was committed a robbery, sentence him to what a robbery deserves. Don't sentence him to what a jaywalker deserves. Don't sentence him to what a murderer deserves. Where's the justice in that? Like, fix it. Fix it from the beginning. Get rid of the jury by your peers. You can't determine a person's life with just that. With just that. 一個人心情唔好啊，害到呢個人條命成世變晒，成世變晒啊 ！Not a little bit, life changing, life changing. Yeah. If you convict one wrong person, then the system is wrong. If you let 1,000 guilty people get away, all right, you can accept that. But if you sentence one innocent person to die or to spend the rest of their life in there, then the system don't work. Then the shit is broken.
But the justice system is not fair. Because you have politics involved in court.
唔識投胎啊！投胎做亞洲人喺美國係難啲㗎啦。
香港都係啦 ，same thing. The system for jury is like that. But you have your own chance to pick the jury. You will see his background. You will see his education.
But people lie. People lie.
Oh yeah, that's true.
My jury deliberation took 3 days. It took 3 days for us to pick a jury. And I felt good about it. I felt good. But I got like 4 or 5 juries that, when it was time for a decision, it was unanimous. Unanimous guilty.
Yeah, I felt good when I picked my jury too.
Yeah. So, it's a crapshoot.
So, no more next time anyway.
No more next time. Next time I call you, it's to help me with my taxes and some other.
Because you can choose that, like you can get a trial with jury or without jury.
You could.
The bench trial is even worse.
The bench trial is even worse because now the judge has full disclosure.
Yeah. The judge got full decision.
Whatever the judge says that this evidence is inadmissible because you got the evidence the wrong way, right? So this evidence is inadmissible, but you say it's inadmissible, but you know that as a judge, you know that this evidence can hurt him. So it's not jury trial. Bench trial is not no better.
Just like gambling.
But especially when politics is involved.
Send these law grad students, make it a prerequisite. In order for you to graduate from law school, you got to do 6 months of jury duty or a year of jury duty. And cut out some of them classes. Some of the shit they learn in law school, they don't need. They don't need to know all that stuff. Instead of keep them in a classroom for 10 years learning the schematics of macroeconomics, put them on the jury. Let them get real life experience.
School stuff and the real life is totally different. Okay, I know a lot of people they work sometimes. They go into the college taking a major for a lawyer, and summertime they are working as a part time in the law firm, and they don't know shit. Okay, they come to ask me how I do this, how I do that. They don't know shit. Okay, for me, I'm not even graduating high school. I'm not even going to high school. I only take 2 months in high school. That's it. But I know all the law, all the procedure, how we going to do it, how we going to finish this case. I teach them, and they say the school didn't teach them. They never learned this kind of stuff.
The same thing for police, right? When they do 6 months in the police academy, and they don't learn anything because everything that they learn in the police academy and outside in the street is totally different.
Yeah.
They don't do it the same way they teach you in the academy. It's totally different because if you do it the way they teach you in the academy, nothing will get done.
Yeah.
Right? But they teach you that for liability issue. So they could say, oh, we didn't teach him that. We didn't teach him to do it that way. Right? We told him this way or whatever. But if you do it the way they teach you, you can't get it done. It won't get done. So when you come out, they tell you, forget about everything you learned in the police academy. This is how we do it in the street. Right? But then when you get in trouble, now all of a sudden is, oh, what did they teach you in the police academy? So they need better training.
Just like the shooting in the subway last time. The guys holding the knife, and then a Chinese cop and another cop trying to stop him for didn't pay for the fare ticket.
Yeah.
And then the Chinese cop starts shooting, and the guy got killed.
Yeah.
And the other cop got shot too.
Yeah.
Because by the angle, right? I think it's something like angle, crossfire. Yeah. And in the police academy, for this kind of situation,
they teach you not to fight.
Yeah, it's not to fight because it goes crossfire. Yeah. And the Chinese cop, you should know that, but he's still firing.
Yeah. But even like the shooting in the staircase in the project, right? Remember that? Where he's going up the staircase with his gun out, and he's going up to the roof to check. We're taught by senior people, when you're in the projects, you have your gun out. You clear the staircase. They even teach you how to go up the staircase and stuff like that. To go around the corners, right?
Yeah, the verticals.
Yeah, to go around the corners and stuff, right? And then when all of a sudden when something goes wrong, they go, "Oh, we don't teach them that."
Yep.
It's for liability issue.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's,
they really need to teach better stuff. Like they need to have better training.
Better training. Everything.
Yeah.
Better training, better psychological evaluations.
Yeah.
Weed out the bad apples. Yeah. Don't let the bad apples
because
through.
The situation is always different.
Yeah.
It's not the same. But the school only teach you one situation, not a different situation.
Yeah.
Right? OK， 各位網友唔好意思，因為頭先個咪冇咗電，所以最尾嗰度冇咗啲聲。咁咧，而家就我哋繼續。或者因為今日拍咗好耐啦，所以咧我哋就打算就分開兩集。咁啊呢集咧就至到而家，下次我哋再繼續。咁啊好多謝呢兩位上嚟，同啲網友講下啦，下次再見啦。
Alright, see you guys next time. 下次見啦。
Yeah.
See you guys next time.
係。咁啊，中意我啲片嘅咧就撳個 like，subscribe 同埋 share 我啲片出去。多謝各位。
Oh yeah, subscribe to our channel too.
Your channel. Yeah, mention your channel.
We have a channel now.
Yeah.
We have two different views. We have Richie that did 18 years in prison, and I did 18 years as a police officer. So we have two different views. And it's on YouTube. It's called System Unfiltered.
System Unfiltered. Yeah. 佢哋兩位亦都整咗個 YouTube channel，就係講佢哋更多嘅細節。佢點解會要坐18年監啊？佢點解會 end up 而家俾 NYPD 炒咗啊？咁入邊嘅細節，咁佢哋個 channel 個名咧就係 System Unfiltered。System Unfiltered。我哋會 put 個 link 喺我個片嗰度噶啦。OK， 咁大家有興趣咧，可以撳佢哋啲片嚟睇。OK， 多謝。
And you can follow me on Instagram.
Follow me on Instagram, yeah.
The real Richie Ng. The real Richie Ng. Only one. A lot of people try to bootleg it and add an extra thing on it. Mine's is legit. If you see mine's, it's the real Richie Ng.
Yeah， 我哋都會擺晒喺我哋下邊嗰個 link 嗰度㗎。你係啦 ，Instagram。
Mine is I believe is Steve from New York, and it's also be in the bio.
You got TikTok. You got TikTok.
Yeah, same thing. The real Richie Ng.
Same link. OK， 我哋會將全部擺晒喺我哋嘅 link 嗰度㗎。咁大家留意下啦。